Hey, all you dirty little freaks out there. Dan here. Just a couple things I want to remind everyone about before we jump into this week's episode, which is a discussion of the John Cusack classic Cell. We are pushing out some old episodes that we've had banked up, just like sort of throughout the hiatus period, the dark times. And they go all the way back to late 2019. So you're going to hear a lot of references that were real cutting edge shit at the time, but now don't really make much sense. It's pretty interesting. I feel like you can hear the difference in our voices, just like pre-2020 difference in our voices. And not just because, another thing I want to note, my audio's ass. I address it in the episode, but just so you know, I'm not going to sound quite as dulcet as I do right now. Ooh. So with all that in mind, enjoy the ep, baby.
It's like The Mist, if The Mist were made of 4G. This week on King Me, when everyone is connected, no one is safe. This is Cell.
King Me!
King Me! Welcome to King Me, the official Stephen King movie podcast, the official podcast of Kinging Me, the official podcast of Cell Phone Bad, Stacy Keach Good.
The official podcast of no longer having a deep, deep voice.
No, the official podcast of sounding like shit, though.
Yeah. I mean,
I
feel like we've always been the official podcast of sounding like shit.
Well, saying things that are shit, we're the official podcast of that.
Right.
But usually it's like crisp when we do it. So just, I think the audience deserves an explanation because I may have managed to cut it out of the last episode.
Okay.
So I have to use my onboard laptop mic because right now there's something, I don't know. So someone, so full disclosure, I hit a gypsy with my car. And she cursed my microphone so that
she cursed your microphone thinner.
Fatter.
Oh, fatter.
And
okay.
Deeper. Yeah.
That makes sense. Deep voice.
Yeah. She was like, you will have a voice as fat as your ha.
Oh. Well, that was nice of her.
I thought so. But now I sound like I'm in witness protection when I record using my actual microphone. So for the time being, I'm an onboard guy.
Nice. All right.
Yeah. And I ain't talking about human resources. Welcome to the official Stephen King movie podcast. I am Dan Gagliardi.
I am Rob Avon.
And joining us this week, who's that? Who's that over there?
He is the bass player for Grin and Bear, and is also my brother.
That's my one credit. Yeah. It's only nepotism. That's the only reason I got on the show, I think.
It's Gavin Fischer.
Welcome, Gavin.
Thanks, Dan.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Now be quiet.
Thank you.
No, don't be quiet. Did you bring your bass guitar?
No, but there's one on the wall if you want me to rip
it down.
A little ditty, you know?
Yeah, could you do a run?
Yeah, it's like
Oh my god.
Yeah, he's
that was
really
amazing. Good. Hey, you know what's funny is you play the bass, but I became the bass today. It's too bad.
Oh boy.
That is funny though.
It is a lot of fun, and it's funny.
What's new, Rob?
Oh, Dan. Well, let's see. At the time of recording this, we're right in that sweet spot between Christmas and New Year's.
Where time is dissolved into a treacly, what would you call it? Sap. Like nothing really happens.
Yeah, time.
We're all...
Yeah, that episode of True Detective when Matthew McConaughey is like, time is just sap. it's real sticky and gooey.
Yeah, time is a sap circle.
Right.
Yeah. It's pretty wild what happens to just all adults even. Like we at my day job.
Mm-hmm.
No, my boss is on vacation, and we're all
And you
like
guys are
everyone's
just partying.
pretty much, yeah. There's one guy brings his Nintendo Switch into work.
Oh,
it's going down.
yeah, that guy sounds
Yeah,
very cool.
it's going
Is that guy you?
Well, here's a hint. He's got 2 thumbs.
Oh,
How else could he play the Switch?
I like that. That's the cool guy at work, the guy who brings in his Nintendo.
yeah, and plays by himself.
Yeah, I work with a 10-year-old. Brings in his Nintendo. No, here's a funny thing. I probably shouldn't run my mouth in case this somehow ever gets back to, but also I'm gonna, because I think it's funny. This guy recently decided that he was going to invest his money in stocks, and every day he comes in and talks about the how he made the wrong decisions with his money, and it's just really funny to me.
I'm bad at gambling.
pretty much. What's even crazier is like he said flat out, "I'm bad at gambling." No, he said like. It's like, yeah, so they did an experiment where they gave like an investment guy, X amount of money to invest in a portfolio, and then they took that same amount of money and created a portfolio by throwing darts at a bunch of different like stocks.
Right.
And those two made the same amount of money.
Yep.
So what that, and yet
So he's just has bad luck then.
Right.
Because he
Pretty much,
continues
yeah.
making terrible decisions, even though a dart is like a dart would do better. You're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
Yeah, they didn't. He's like they did an experiment where they shook me by the shoulders and said, "This is fake. This is fake." Anyway, Netflix is down today.
Yeah. There's
You ever invest money, Rob?
I when I was a younger man, I played with penny stocks, and you know what I got?
Negative
Pennies.
Negative pennies.
It's the guy knocking on your door, coming to collect your pennies.
Yeah. No, that's the
sorry.
extent of my my stock trading. I'm not good at it. I've tried to like just get just as like an interest, just at like, what is the stock market? Let me find out. And I was like, this is entirely a scam.
It's funny. It's like it's a very complicated scam that makes everybody poor once every 20 years.
Right. Right. Yeah, you check your watch. It's about that time.
Yeah,
you want to hear something really cool? Is apparently there is a gigantic bubble in the financial sector right now, and no one's reporting on it because they don't want certain candidates to benefit from that.
Oh boy.
Who could that be?
Yeah.
Amy Klobuchar.
Mayor Pete?
Yeah. Amy Klobuchar could strangle a bubble. She could put a bubble in a full Nelson and keep it under control.
So I should not invest my money right now? What is it? What is the bubble? I'm sorry. Is it
It's just like in finance. So it's like basically there's
it's
more
just a money
debt
bubble.
now.
Money bubble.
Yeah, there's more
too
debt
much.
now than there's ever been.
Yeah.
There's going to be less.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So remember when I said 20 years? It's more like 10.
Well, now it is. Yeah.
Yeah. That big short.
Yeah.
Last time I was visiting New Jersey, I invested a lot of money in Atlantic City.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How'd that work out?
Very bad.
Yeah.
It was real bad.
That's
that's like guaranteed returns of a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
That's if you're gonna gamble your money, stock market or casino, I would go casino every time. It's more immediate, you know. If you lose your money, it's like
no one's handing you drinks when you log on to your Bloomberg
onto Robinhood, your Robinhood app.
Oh God.
Yeah, Dan, you a gambling man?
Rob, so you and I over the summer, the time that I got in trouble, we went to AC over the summer.
We did.
We went to that horror convention where
that was so weird.
where I totally burned the bridge with Mick Garris by calling the movie Hocus Pocus, Pocus Hocus.
Yeah, and pulling on his witch hair.
And I pulled on his witch hair.
What?
I panicked. Yeah, I pulled on his hair because I got scared. I thought he was a witch.
Oh yeah, I heard this story actually.
Yeah. Oh, maybe he cursed my microphone.
Oh.
Maybe
I
it
cursed
wasn't.
your microphone, Hocus Pocus.
Oh shit! So now I gotta find Mick Garris. That's terrible. I think in that story I also called him Prick Garris, which I should have done. Shouldn't have been the first thing I said to him.
Well, yeah, I think we've talked about this already, but your boys have press passes to the next horror convention in Atlantic City.
Wait, we do?
Yeah, we do.
No way. What?
Oh, great.
Yeah.
So now we get to meet Shannon Elizabeth?
No, she's not going to be there.
Who's going to be there?
This time around, I think it's nobody.
Tawny Katane.
Nobody you've heard of. I'm almost positive of that.
They got Ron Zombie.
They got his brother. Yeah, that was the horror convention was a weird time. It's a lot of just people who their whole identity is horror movies. And so
it's like people who
day to day.
Yeah, it's people who would leave us 1-star reviews for like a pretty good reason.
They actually made a point.
Yeah. I'd have to give it up for their 1-star reviews.
Fair enough.
I gotta say, there's probably a lot of like crossover between like the horror convention fans and Juggalos.
Whoa, okay. That's a good crew. Yeah.
Which the Juggalos, have you ever, like, you know about the gathering of the Juggalos?
I know that they exist and I've seen videos of them, but I've like made it a point to go on Wikipedia and do a deep dive.
Yeah.
Like really get the lore and everything.
Yeah, there's a lot of lore. You think Star Wars is deep.
There is? Yeah, who's in the Juggalo extended universe?
Yeah, it's like, I mean, Shaggy 2 Dope and Violent J are your titular clowns, but it just goes on and on with
Sure, yeah. That the Juggalo March on Washington, absolutely a side quest.
the March on Washington. Oh, that was a good time. It was a simpler time.
Yeah, the Million Ninja March.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I mean, those people need to get recognized. I understand.
Yeah.
So representation.
Once a year they have the gathering, which it's near Detroit. I know that.
It's somewhere in the Midwest. I don't even know if is it the same place every time?
Oh, I thought it was, but maybe not.
I don't know.
It's out in like the middle of nowhere in the woods, and they set up like the stage. It's like a 3-day festival where everybody's just like drinking Faygo, doing whippets, and like
they do like a Burning Man, but just with litter everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. It's a Burning Man, but with trash can fires.
Sounds so bad.
Yeah, it's a good time. But they, why are we talking?
How do we get on this?
Yeah, we were talking about horror conventions and Juggalos.
Yeah. So I only brought that up to set the stage for talking about gambling.
Okay. Yes.
You asked if I was a gambling man.
Yeah.
And while we were in AC, you did some light gambling, and I was just sick to my stomach the entire time because like you were up and then you were down and then you were down and then we stopped, and I just like I don't know. I think I'm cheap. I think I might be cheap.
No, I think that's totally reasonable to not be a gambler.
Anyway, this is probably a good time to mention that if you're enjoying King Me, you can subscribe to our Patreon.
That's right.
Where we will gamble your money away. You can go to the link in the show notes. $5 a week gets you episode 2, a bonus episode. It just shows up in your podcast feed. It's incredible.
Yeah, I think hopefully by the time this episode drops, the Irishman episode.
Oh, brother, the Irishman. Yeah, it's out there.
Yeah.
It's out
Gavin,
there.
have you seen the Irishman?
No, no Irishman for me yet.
It's quite good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there.
Yeah, if
you should watch the movie and then listen to our episode on the Irishman.
Yeah, Gavin.
That's the plan. I'm there.
Yeah. But we do this to all our guests. We tell them to subscribe to our Patreon.
We corner them, tell them to subscribe.
We do this to all our guests and all of our family members.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
So guys, join up. We go in deep with The Irishman.
Yo, I still have some thoughts on The Irishman, unfortunately.
Well,
I have some like sort of parallel thoughts about this movie of all movies.
Parallel thoughts. I like it.
Well, kind of parallel. It's actually, we'll get into it, but it's you'll see.
Oh, okay. A teaser.
Yeah. I'm blowing kisses to entice the audience.
No, we can hear him. It's very wet.
Thank you. So
what are we talking about here? What's this movie?
This is The Cell from the year 2000, starring Jennifer Lopez.
No.
What?
No.
What?
No.
Pause. What are you talking about?
We watched. We were supposed to watch Cell from 2016.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no, Rob! Oh God! Okay.
Fucked it up again.
I'm gonna do my best to make this work based on my knowledge of The Cell from the year 2000.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. So The Cell, 2016's The Cell, starring Jennifer Lopez, Vince D'Onofrio.
Yep. A horse that's cut into 16 parts.
Is that a thing in this movie? I've never seen it.
In The Cell, yeah. The Cell is like it's like a worse version of Silence of the Lambs. It's like it's a little Silence of the Lambs. It's a little Inception.
It looks a little feels like they wanted to do, what's the Stanley Kubrick sex film? Eyes Wide Shut.
Wide Shut.
Is that in there? I'm just looking at Jennifer Lopez's crazy costume.
You just named like 2 good movies. Is it good? Because
it's fun.
Yeah. Okay. I got you. I'm used to like not hearing about good movies on this one.
Vince Vaughn is in it.
Yeah, the Vinces.
Yeah, before
they're all in it.
It was Vince Vaughn in that like weird space where nobody really knew what to do with him. Mm-hmm. It was like after Swingers were like, oh, this guy's like very charismatic, and we can put him in movies and stuff. And every time he was like a leading man, everybody's like, yeah, I don't know.
To be fair, one of those times was in a shot-for-shot remake of Psycho.
Where he masturbated while peeping on Anne Heche.
Yeah,
is that in the original?
Career.
It's not in the original.
Wait, so the only thing they added,
I think would work.
Yeah,
like in this one.
Yeah. Who was the Gus Van Sant was the director? Yeah. Gus, just go with me on this, all right? I'm going to improv some stuff.
Yeah, total. That's what Apatow does,
right? Yeah, Gus Van Sant just from the sideline is just like, all right, now jerk off.
Yeah.
And I mean, Vince, he's a pro, Yeah,
like, I mean,
yeah. Can we get one with the left hand?
Yeah. No, what the hell are we talking about? We're not talking about The Cell. We're talking about Cell from 2016, directed by Todd Williams. Who the hell is that?
1D.
Yeah.
Todd with 1D.
Yeah, Todd 1D Williams.
He must have used the other one, grading this movie.
Oh damn.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Well, that's the kind of stuff you're about to hear on this episode. Just Dan fucking
Rob,
burning.
Quick correction.
Okay.
Not sorry.
Oh, all right.
And for that, I am sorry.
So
fantastic. Todd Williams directed.
He directed Paranormal Activity 2 and some other nonsense. It looks like The Adventures of Sebastian Cole.
Oh yeah.
With who's with Vinny from Entourage.
Oh, our third Vince of the episode.
Oh my God! Stop.
Oh man, we should have a sound drop that plays Spin Doctors every time we talk about 2 Vinces. What do we think? We like that, Gavin? We like that?
Yeah. You Spin Doctors?
I want to hear it. No, I got
it over my head.
No, I promise it's not over your head. It's maybe to the side of your head.
Yeah, okay. I'll take that. Thank you.
Yeah.
That'll be the drop.
Just the drums.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't even let the beat drop. So directed by Todd Williams, written by Stephen King, like
Screenplay by Stephen King.
Whoa.
That's how you know you're in for something mostly boring.
Right. And Adam Olica? Hold on. Let's see.
Yeah.
He also wrote the remake of Last House on the Left. And that's more or less it.
Yeah, there you go.
I'm always amazed when Stephen King wrote the screenplay and it turns out like, I don't know, like total shit.
That's usually the case,
well,
though, right? Like, this is what I know from listening. It's if he's directly involved, it's worse.
I mean, I guess there's no instance where he's like more involved in a project and then it turns out for the best.
Mm-hmm.
Maximum Overdrive. That's like, honestly,
fun. Like,
I would consider that. Yeah, I would consider that to be like probably the strongest Stephen King written thing that we've talked about.
Right.
Just because like it's crazy, it's cocaine crazy.
Yeah, and
this is stunningly boring. This movie.
You needed Steven's cocaine to make
Maximum
Overdrive. Yeah,
that's. I mean, listen. We're all happy that he's sobered up and he's got his life together. I get it.
I'm not.
But come on, man. That's honestly, that's what I miss is like the crazed eyes of Stephen King. Just like, like
yeah,
tiny glasses.
Yeah.
Hey, someone likes the new segment.
I'm jumping the gun. I'm sorry. Continue, guys.
It's okay. It's pretty much been roundly rejected to
the
point where we were talking about it. No, we were talking about it after, and we were like, "Well, what if the bit was just that every week I suggest a different bad segment?" Like that's how bad it was.
Yeah, the 80s is like the best time for Stephen King, for pictures of him, to capture him on video, shit like that, That's what, like his son, Joe Hill, which is, I think we've talked about it here, but the idea that he was like, I don't want to be known as like Stephen King's son, so I'm going to go under the name Joe Hill. And he just continues to look exactly like Stephen King from the 80s. He's like, I'm gonna have the same like 80s haircut and like beard that's too dark and like covers all my face. Like, yeah, this is why
does everybody hold me up to my father?
Yeah.
I'm
Dad.
living in his shadow and his face. So Cell 2016, of course, written by Stephen King, of course, starring John Cusack, King alum from the also boring but more enjoyable 1408,
and
Samuel L. Jackson.
Nope.
Oh, sorry, I was.
I
made the mistake of trying to move along.
No. And obviously, Stand By Me. This is Cusack's third.
Oh my
King.
God. Wow.
Yeah.
What do we call this? This is a Cusack trick. That doesn't work.
No, I like it. A Cusack trick.
A sack trick.
Yes.
Yes.
No.
Also starring Samuel L. Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson is always good when he has something to work with. And I feel like...
And this is no exception. He really struggled. There's no Sam Jacksoning at all.
No, he never, but which is fine. He doesn't have to call like John Cusack a motherfucker or like yell into a cell phone or something. But
no, but like there's some flavor. Like you could swap him out with anyone and not be any better or worse.
Right.
But I do think that him and John Cusack's lines throughout this were equally bad. And I think Samuel L. Jackson did a better job delivering them. Like it was less like transparently bad.
Yes, I agree. I think. No, go ahead, Dan.
Oh, I was just going to say, John Cusack is like, he does show off his greatest acting skill, which is talking on the phone with stuff in his hands and looking really busy about it.
Yeah.
Like in the air, I can only think of High Fidelity, the way he handles the phone with a cigarette in his mouth.
Yeah.
he does great work, and in this it's like he's he's got the phone charger in his mouth as he's like trying to untangle it.
Yep.
It's all he's good at.
Yeah, it's like
holding stuff.
That like 10-year stretch where like Brad Pitt had to be eating an apple in like every scene.
What a weird gift.
And America was like, yes, America's sexiest man, Johnny Appleseed over here.
There was what movie is it where he eats a pear that almost killed his career?
Oh yeah, that was Meet Joe Black, I think.
Meet Joe Black. Yeah.
What the fans were like,
or what's
what the fuck is up with this hair thing?
Yeah.
Like,
this is garbage.
Yeah.
I heard people threw up in the movie theater.
So okay, who else is in this movie, Dan?
King alum Isabel Furman.
Isabel Furman.
Isabel Furman.
What was she in?
Alex Waxman. She was in The Mist.
Was she in The Mist?
Isn't she the girl from The Mist?
No.
Wait, who did I click on? Makes you wonder, right? No, I could have sworn.
No, is it?
What did I do?
The girl who plays Alice. She's not.
She's the orphan from The Orphan.
I know, that's where I know her from. Is that weird movie where she plays an adopted child from another country that turns out to just be a little person posing as a child, and she's also a murderer.
So someone told me the premise of that movie while I was high, and it scared me so much. I've never seen it.
Do you know that actually happened very recently?
Yes, and that scared me twice as bad.
Yeah, that's a real... Now, that was a movie from like 10 years ago or something. And then just recently, within the last like 3 months or so, it's like somebody did that. And it's real. Now it's a real thing.
No way.
Yeah.
God, I can't wait to cut the part where I inexplicably thought she was in The Mist.
Yeah.
Why did I think that?
All these, she has dark hair. I don't know.
No, I thought I read it. That's what's so wild. Oh, boy. Anyway, who else is in this? Jeff Hallman as Hogtied Man. That's one of the better credits I've ever seen.
Yeah. We also got King alum Stacy Keach.
Ah, the Keach. What's he in again?
Oh, he's in Corn Kids 666, Isaac's Return.
How could I have forgotten?
Yeah. Also, there's another guy, Wilbur Fitzgerald, who is a King alum. Who he's the guy in the bar who looks like Nixon. He's got the trach thing in.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yo, craziest costuming on that guy.
It's out of control.
It scared me more than anything in this movie. It was like David Lynch uncanny.
Yeah, right. He stepped out of a David Lynch movie and was just like, oh, okay. Like the jet black hair.
Yes, yeah.
And the the trach, the bandage, but then the voice thing that he sticks on his neck. It's crazy. Like for a guy to have that much physically going on, visually, that's what he looks like. Okay, and then he doesn't last more than 5 minutes.
Right? Yeah,
two lines.
He has 2 lines that seemingly they forgot to turn into trach thing voice.
Yeah,
because it's just him through a radio.
Right.
Stupid. So stupid. Anyway, he's a King alum. He was in 11/22/63.
Yeah, he was in the last episode. He played a colonel or something.
That's cool. And the listener at home was like, where do I know him from? Where do I know him from? Now we know.
Now you know. All right. So what the fuck is this movie?
Okay.
About?
So get this.
Not much.
Check this out.
Yeah,
what
please.
if okay, so you know how we all use cell phones?
Yeah, Dan.
What if that were bad?
All right, hot take.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I haven't thought about that.
Yeah.
Did you never? Wow. All right. I guess I just that's just like me though. I think about these things a little differently than most people.
Oh, you're a very smart man though.
So this, basically premise of the movie, people using their cell phones start receiving just a frequency being transmitted that turns them into fast zombies. Kind of.
It turned part zombie, part
computer.
They turn into cell phones.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're trying to like hurt others or
turn them.
Yeah, turn people.
At first, well, that's the thing.
It's unclear.
That's the thing. Their software is always upgrading, like that one prep school boy says. Like that one
with the scholarship.
Yeah,
boy?
that one Dead Poet Society member.
Yeah. That motherfucker. Wait, hold on. I wrote down the exact line. I'm Jordan. I'm a scholarship boy.
It's perfect. I love it.
Oh, boy. Yeah, so I think...
I wish he had a Maine accent.
I know. That's...
I'm Jordan. I'm a scholarship boy.
Don't use that cell phone. No, I think... well, okay, the movie opens. Let's get into the fucking movie here.
No.
Oh, all right.
I'm just kidding. Let's talk about it.
So the movie opens with John Cusack walking through an airport. He calls his it's still his wife. They're like he's estranged or like I don't know. They're separated or something.
Yeah, basically, they explain it later in the movie when he's confiding in a teenager that he just had enough one day. He felt like underappreciated and left home for a year. We find out from his wife. Right. And then he calls her. He's like, "Hey, I'm back."
That's a really weird like backstory for your protagonist to have.
He basically he's high fidelity guy. He's just like
you're right. He is high. He's his character from High Fidelity just like follows through with it. He like it's as if he has the kid with his lovely wife, and then he's like, no, I want to go listen to records with Jack Black.
I have to work on my graphic novel, which
did she seem like caught off guard though at all? Like when he called her, like I feel like she was just like, "Oh, hey, honey," like
I think she didn't seem. You're right. I don't think she seemed like
that's
kind of taken aback.
If you'll remember, she goes, "Oh, hey, honey, hey, wait a minute."
I don't know. That's like I think that's a bad place to put your protagonist right off the bat to be like, he just kind of left. He was just like in the like the story that
likable move.
In the story he's telling, he's just like, I was just like, I was done. And then the first night that I was away, I knew it was a mistake, and that's where I am. That's your hero of the movie.
Yeah, you find that out in like second act.
Right.
I feel like.
Yeah, it's weird that we're rooting for the absent father to insert himself back into his son's life.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So he's talking to his wife and kid on his cell phone. The cell phone dies, so he goes to a payphone, which don't exist anymore. And while he's on the phone or just gets off the phone with her, everybody just starts like fucking freaking out, and everybody is on the cell phone. The whole opening credit scene, which I hated, by the way, those black boxes,
dude,
that sucked.
That's written down. I look like because it seemed like it was trying to kind of tell a story. Like it was supposed to let you know, like those opening credits, that cell phones are like everyone's on them, or whatever.
All the visuals are the cell phones,
and it was like where your eye was drawn. You know, like where you're supposed to be looking, a black box would appear.
Yes,
with small text.
It's just covering up.
Name in it.
It's to no effect. Like, I get it. Like everybody's on their cell phone all the time. Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
This is peak complaining about cell phone time though, because this was like This came out in 2016, June 2016, months before the presidential election, and everyone was at their peak, just like complaining about shit that doesn't matter.
So are you saying that Russians hacked this movie?
I'm saying this movie does feel like it was shot in like Siberia or something. It feels like it's got like real
sure
red,
does.
like straight to Redbox vibes.
Yeah, it is crazy that this movie like came out in a theater. Also, it should be noted that this is the first movie to come out while during the King Me run of podcasts.
Whoa!
This is the first movie to come out.
Time truly is a
first
sap
one.
circle.
It is a stop circle.
This is the first one where you guys were like, "Oh, fuck."
Yeah. Oh, okay. A new one came out. No
we were
big
probably excited. We did a whole little episode about it.
deal. We did. We did a little a mini.
I think we have the audio here. Let's play it.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Wob. Welcome to King Me. It's the mini episode. I'm Widow Danny.
And I'm little Robbie.
We're so excited to be telling you about a new one. We got a new one.
Dan, did you like the trailer? Dan. Oh, Dan.
Bob got older
my voice.
before I did.
I'm big now, Dan.
I gotta get big. Can you stretch me out?
Okay.
Oh, whoa. Oh, boy. Thanks, Rob.
Oh, now your voice is all fucked up again.
Crap. We have to start the whole episode.
All right. Well,
Widow Wabi was pretty off-putting.
yeah. No, it's
but
those early episodes are unlistenable.
But Widow Danny? He was a scamp. You could tell that he hadn't had the life beaten out of him yet.
Yeah, he still had so much to go on for him.
Now
he was excited about this.
You
movie.
can hear how much more hair there was on his head. It's crazy.
So everybody starts and they start turning evil and started like attacking and killing each other. Here's a segment we haven't done in a while. First kill is the guy who was pooping in the bathroom, runs out, and he kills a girl named like it's like Kirsten or something like that. But I thought that was worth noting that that's the first kill.
Big fan of the bathroom, man. Especially the shot where they're both dead and you just see his whole bare bathroom ass.
Yeah, and there's like toilet paper stuck to it. It's gross.
I was expecting there to be poo.
Yeah,
I was expecting there to be poo. Are you worried about the part of the show where we played the clip from the old mini episode not being good?
Yeah. I mean, the show is bad, and
I have two concerns.
That was a bad.
I have two concerns with it. One is that people won't like it. The other is that people will masturbate to it.
Oh, well, those people are just creeps.
I was going to call them diehard fans. If you masturbate to this show and you don't subscribe to the Patreon, what are you doing?
Get serious.
Because honestly, if you subscribe to the Patreon, I'll send you pics of Rob's feet.
Oh, well.
That's a tier system, right?
Yeah. That's
yeah.
Yeah.
If $5
will get you.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, $5 will get you access to the Patreon episodes, and then
$3,
another 50 cents.
Oh.
Yeah,
$5.50 for feet.
Yeah,
it's not bad. That's
a good deal.
$2.25 a foot.
Hey, guys, you can't beat
You
that.
really can't. Cell 2016 Cell.
Cell.
So Cusack's at the airport. Everyone's going absolutely nuts.
Everybody's going nuts. People are killing each other. Two planes crash into each other.
Which it seems so much harder to do.
Yeah,
like
it doesn't seem like were the pilots on their cell phones. Like what? Why are they crashing into each other? They should be flying planes, no? Then they blow up, and then one plane flies directly into the airport. Cusack gets into a subway car with a bunch of people. Samuel L. Jackson, DJ Liquid, they're all there.
Oh my god, I was a huge DJ Liquid fan.
Amazing.
Me too.
Yeah, he was great. I wanted him to last.
Yeah, I think
nothing that good can last.
Nothing. Yeah, nothing gold can stay. So I think that's kind of a weird thing that keeps happening in this movie is like they'll introduce a character and then like 5 minutes later kill them.
Yes.
Yeah, they're traveling very short distances.
They are.
Hey.
Hey.
We got a fan here. I love this. Yeah, so I also thought that more of the movie was gonna take place on this this train.
Yeah, none of it took place on the train.
Yeah, pretty much. They were just like, well, fuck this. Let's leave the train. Nothing ever happened to those people who stayed on the train.
You watch this movie, right? And you're like, okay, there are some shots of them like walking down like in the middle of the street in like certain, it's not even urban areas. It's like it's all suburban areas. Mm-hmm. But most of the set pieces are like these, like they had to be so cheap to get, like the inside of a subway car. Then they're like in an abandoned tunnel. Then they're at an abandoned drive-in. Then they're in a bar. You know what I mean? Like everything is just the cheapest possible fucking thing that we can get away with.
It's often just the woods.
That's what. Yeah.
Would you think like they're paying Samuel L. Jackson, right? It's
that's where all the money. Sam Jackson gets that. He's got that Marvel money. At this point, he's been in Marvel movies for like, I don't know, 7 years. Like, when was
this like a
Iron
passion
Man
project? Like one for him?
Yeah, he really wanted to make this thing.
No, but from what I understand, Samuel L. Jackson, like if the price is right or whatever, he'll be in your movie. He'll bring, his A game to whatever you're doing, but it's just work. Like he doesn't say no to things is one of his things, right? John Cusack, I don't think has been in a good movie in like 20 years.
He looks terrible.
Yeah, he
looks really bad.
It looks bad. Yeah.
He looks like he's wearing eyeliner. I don't know if that's like a natural.
I think it is a natural thing, but he always looks like he's got the eyeliner.
That's because
his face is all like puffy. And,
that's because he's been on the Chapo Reddit for the past like 10 years. You know that about him? He's like a Bernie bro.
Oh,
he's the mythical Bernie bro.
Is he really on the Chapo Reddit?
I doubt he's on the Chapo Reddit. I'm just saying that's the only thing that can explain how bad he looks is that he's just like a basement lefty. Yeah,
and like I don't know, there are stories about him being like difficult to work with and shit like that. He was on an episode of Marin, I think, and they were talking about he seemed like a nice enough person. He's talking about riding like those 3-wheeler motorcycles. And he's like they're super lame, but a lot of fun
with the ones with the 2 wheels in the front.
Oh, yeah.
I'd love to see Cusack doing
Just
pulling 40
riding down the street,
pulling up at a red light.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan, Mr. Cusack.
So Cusack, he's like, I'm not staying in this fucking subway car, and Sam Jackson's like, the car won't move, and this whole thing is gonna flood anyway. So like, everybody should leave, and like nobody leaves except for Cusack, Sam Jackson, and DJ Liquid, who says to everybody,
he's
deuces.
like, yes, he does. That's exactly what he says.
It's amazing.
Yeah. And they're like, they're like, hi, I'm Tom. And Cusack's like, hi, I'm Clay. And the guy's like, he says his name, whatever. He's like, hi, I'm Owen, but everybody calls me DJ Liquid.
Everybody.
Like, what?
Oh, you're a DJ?
What is this?
What?
Yeah. I'm like, all right, well, I'm kind of on board with this. Where is this guy going?
And
then they kill him off immediately.
Yeah, he goes 10 feet.
Yeah.
How is he not the comic relief? Just always being like, yo, F this, man. I'm Audi 3000. Peace.
Right. Why? Yeah. Huge missed opportunity there. Maybe DJ Liquid was just too expensive. Like, it's cutting into our budget. So then they go back to Cusack's house or his apartment, right? And he's got all this like artwork up on the walls, and none of it really, to me, none of it really stood out as anything. It was just kind of like shaded drawings, right?
Yeah.
Was there any? Did they show the red hooded guy?
I feel like no. Like I didn't have any memory of that at the point in the movie where they introduced the red hooded guy as like a thing.
I think the red hooded guy fell out like during the initial outbreak in the airport. He dropped his like portfolio,
right?
And there was like a sketching of him, but it wasn't it wasn't noted,
okay,
at all.
All right. Well, they should have done more for that, I think.
I agree, especially because it doesn't make sense.
Especially
Yeah.
at the end when it doesn't make none of it.
I'm
makes
guessing
sense.
there's a lot of Red Hooded Man stuff they cut out to minimize how much attention you pay to it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fair.
They didn't cut out enough. if
He
you
is
ask
there
me.
in the climax. There's no cutting around. Actually, that's very easily cut around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just choose one ending.
Yeah.
Right.
So-
Okay.
No. So they're at his apartment or whatever. Sam Jackson says to put his cell phone in the fucking freezer. At one point, Cusack's like, "I think you could still text." Like, why would that be okay?
And also, if you could still text, only like 20 people in the whole airport would have turned into zombies.
Right.
Yeah. Nobody else is talking.
Yeah,
on
this
the
is
phone.
like
Yeah.
that's what makes this whole movie such like a boomer take is that they think everyone's using their phones to have phone conversations.
Yeah, that is the problem with like, I mean, we don't talk about the books, but this is clearly written by a boomer who's like, and you know what's evil? Cell phones.
Well, it's
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I think Instagram isn't safe. I think you could text, but
Yeah.
you can't call or be on Insta.
if you
Yeah,
go
no
on
grams.
Instagram, every picture is the devil
Oh,
or a
no.
ghost. It could be Scream from the movie Scream.
Too
Way
scary.
Too scary.
All right,
His face is long.
moving on.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think it would be a slightly better movie if if it were more of like a slow burn where like a couple of people are on the phone and they go crazy, and then
Yeah.
just over time, more and more people are forced to get on the phone to like call their moms or something.
Yeah, you know what this movie felt like to me was that M. Night Shyamalan movie,
Yes.
The Happening. Have you
I
seen
guess
that?
what I just described
No,
is
I
the
haven't seen that.
happening.
Oh, I know the gist.
Right,
Yeah.
with Mark Wahlberg is a science teacher, which is crazy.
Has my favorite line
I li-
in any movie, which is where one of his students is walking out of the classroom, and he stops them dead in their tracks. He goes, "Hey!" And they turn around. He goes, "Never mind," and then they leave.
That's true.
He's just so intimidating.
On the Blank Check podcast, they talk about that movie and they describe Wahlberg's character as like, yeah, I'm a science teacher, but also science is for nerds. That's his whole vibe with it. No, but they're like running away from the wind and they're scared of trees and stuff like that. That's what this feels like, where I'm like, I don't know what the stakes are here. Like, where is it coming from? You don't tell me anything.
It's coming from Maine.
It's coming from Maine. But like, I don't know, build the fucking world out or something, you know?
Yeah, it's just like I was like, oh, cool. So are like the cell phone providers responsible? Are the
Right.
cell phones sentient? We don't even get sentient cell phones.
Right. That's what I thought. First, I'm like, okay, is this like just an updated version of like Maximum Overdrive, where the cell phones are sentient and they're taking control, or
Ooh,
cell
who
phone
does
carriers?
the song
like,
instead
Yeah,
of
there's
the
no
AC/DC for that movie? Imagine
for
Dragons.
2016.
LMFAO.
Yeah, I was thinking like Arcade Fire.
Oh, that's a bummer.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
No, it's just like there's no indication at all of what has been happening the whole time, which is like, I don't know, even The Mist, a movie about like unfathomable horror, lets you fathom it a little bit.
Yeah, let me fathom.
Can I fathom?
Let me fathom.
Did you get Mist vibes from this? I got like, yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's like
definitely.
Mist. It's the Mist if they could leave. If they could go wherever they wanted with very little risk or consequence.
But like, you know, I don't know. There's never. You're watching this and you're never feeling like the sense of dread. You know what I mean? Like so they go to that house and they get all the guns, right? Like they go to whatever, and then they see a guy outside and they shoot him, and then a bunch of they call them phoners,
Which really missed opportunity. Phonies.
yeah, phonies,
Right? Phonies. It's easy, right? It's right there.
Yeah, that would have been better.
I didn't know it was possible, but there was a joke that was too on the nose for TV.
Well, so and then they start getting chased by all those phonies, right? But like, okay, they chase them down, they hide under that boat, and then they all open their mouths real wide, and they have that like crackly, staticky kind of signal that they're all spouting out, and then.
Oh yeah, forgot to mention that this movie is also Invasion of
Right.
Snatchers.
It's a ton of like other movies kind of mashed in. I was thinking of that line from like Llewyn Davis where he's like, if it's not new but it never gets old, then it's a folk song. It's kind of the same thing where you're like, I've heard this song before, but it's new. I don't know, you know?
Yeah. Oh my god, yeah, totally. It's like, I think our King trope section might just have to be broadened to trope.
Right.
Also, can I just say, I pieced together how I made that mistake with the girl in this movie.
Oh, thank you.
So right after I finished Cell, I put on The Man in the High Castle.
Okay.
Which does star.
That has the grocery store girl. Yes.
Yes. So to the audience.
Oh man, you had people.
Yeah, I almost got
out.
Canceled. Jesus Christ.
Hashtag cancel Dan.
No, come on. Dancel?
No. Yeah, Dancel can.
Dancel can. That's like a pro shipping me and Ansel Elgort thing.
So incredibly specific.
Yeah, who's that for? You gotta wonder.
It's the only thing that could be.
Yeah, it's one thing.
Well, I guess Dancel could also be like me if I were an incel.
Oh, Dancel? Yeah.
Oh, that could also just be me talking about this movie. And we're back.
Wait. All right. This is good now. Okay.
Follow me down the long and winding path.
So they stumble upon a boys' school.
Oh, by the way, this movie's also Dead Poets Society.
It's also Dead Poet. Stacy Keach. I keep saying
That's
Quiche.
Okay.
I think it's
he's
Quiche,
like a bastard of a
say
man,
Quiche.
right? He's bad news in real life.
Oh, I mean, probably.
Let's go with yeah. Hey, did you hear that sound? Those castanets. Those were my dog's ears.
Oh my god! He sounds like he's got big dumb ears.
Dumb fucking guy.
Oh, Dan, do you know I got a new dog?
You sent me pictures.
Yeah, I sent you.
And what did I say? I said the time it took you to get the dog was time we could have spent recording the podcast. I did not say that. That's a very cute dog.
She's a super cute dog, and she's also here to defend Franklin from your Bert and his insatiable appetite.
Oh, good luck. Good luck.
Smaller dogs.
Yeah.
Good fucking luck, because Bert's been watching gun fu movies, and he's feeling mighty confident.
Like The Matrix and Equilibrium?
Yes. And John Wick. And John. It made him cry. The beginning made him cry. The Baba Yaga. Yeah. The Babu Frick, that's right.
So, all right. So, our heroes, and did we talk about? It's now our little ragtag group is it's Cusack, it's Jackson, and it's also Alice
Waxman,
right? Yeah,
Cusack, by, Jackson, Waxman,
Isabel Furman. So they stumble upon this fucking all boys school, whatever. Stacy Keach is like, yeah, it's the next stage in evolution. It's a war. They're throwing around like a lot of dumb ideas in this scene.
Yeah,
I like that one a lot.
This is very
next stage in
smart dumb guy stuff.
It is very smart dumb guys. I also feel like it's like right wing kind of stuff where they're like, ugh, these fucking liberal, college institutions, these intellectuals or whatever, throwing out their dumb ideas.
Oh,
won't save them.
It's very right wing. I mean, the whole like premise of the movie is that basically like a collective action. It's basically an anti-Arab Spring movie.
Explain yourself.
Well, it's all about the Arab Spring. You're familiar.
Yeah.
That whole thing was organized like over Twitter and like via phones.
Okay.
And this movie is basically saying that collective action makes you a mindless zombie.
Uh-huh.
And that using your phone, using your phone leads to collective action. Collective action makes you a mindless zombie.
All right.
So it's an anti-Arab Spring allegory.
All right. So this is
It's a good movie.
good?
No.
Oh, no, it's bad. I know it's bad. Anyway.
Oh, God.
I don't know. You were making a lot of sense there for a second, Dan.
Is this Hard Right Turns?
Oh, is this an episode of Right Turns?
Do we have a sound drop for Right Turns? Is it just a Ted Nugent song?
No, I have one. Hold on.
Now, show me all hypocritical Democrats making over $300,000 a year.
Yeah.
You know what's funny is like we laughed at the time, and now I'm like, yeah, show me them.
That villain from Lawnmower Man 2, Job's War, making a lot of good points.
Oh boy. Okay, so we're at the boys' school,
yeah,
and we hear, God, this movie is so fucking locked into a specific month and year.
Yeah.
Because when the phoners go to sleep, they all start singing the Tra-la-la song, which the audience may remember as being epic.
I didn't know what that song was, and I was like, oh, and they also just picked the worst song.
Yeah.
That was like, wow, I forgot, Gavin, that you're still a baby. Rob, can you stretch him out real quick?
Oh, yeah, hang on 1 second.
All right, guys.
Oh, see?
Hey,
much better.
There he is. Yep. Get this guy a beer.
Oh, yeah. Oh, nice. We're drinking beers over here now.
Drinking beers, we're slapping bass.
You got a beer?
I'm all about that.
Yeah, we got beers
tonight.
I want a beer.
Oh, all right. Well,
where's my beer?
Go get yourself a beer.
No.
I'm
not thirsty.
It's over there.
So they hear this song playing and they're like, "What is that?" And Stacy Keach is like, "Oh, follow me." And he goes out to the track field, where in the middle of the field is just like hundreds of people laying down. Singing the song. It's being like transmitted through their heads or something.
Yeah. Their home base is set up right next to the largest population.
Yeah. Right.
Of phonies.
Phonies, yeah. And they're updating, right? I think somebody says that they're updating or
the kid says something stupid like it might as well say software updating across their foreheads.
Oh, the scholarship boy? Yeah.
Yeah, scholarship boy.
Yeah, he also has some good ideas where he says the brain is just like a big hard drive, you know?
Organic what's that line? Organic wiring.
Yeah.
It's also that thing where I think it's been mentioned on the show in the past where he's like, yeah, we're only using 2%.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. The classic.
Only using 2% of our brains.
So this is very funny where Sam Jackson and John Cusack, they're like, all right, grab that decanter of whiskey. We're going to drive the fuel truck out onto this field and spray everybody with gasoline and then light them all on fire. Yeah. And that's what they do. And then they're like, people are, getting up and they're trying to run away. And
well, it's worth mentioning that to douse them in gas, they just drive over them.
Right. Yeah.
Forever. It takes forever.
It takes forever. Like, this movie is an hour and a half long, and it's too long.
Yeah.
It's like you could have shaved 20 minutes off this easy.
This is just awesome. Them driving over bodies and pretending to have like a moral quandary about it.
Right. Mm-hmm. So they spray him down, they light him up. Some of the people get up and they shoot all them. But these dummies, they left a trail of gasoline from the fire directly to the fuel truck, which then explodes, killing Stacy Keach
Who we find out the scholarship boy was very attached to.
Yeah, no, he calls him Papa.
Headmaster. Yeah.
Papa.
Did that guy like give him the scholarship?
Oh, yeah, I mean, he must be
Yeah.
the man in charge, right?
He would be nothing without him. He wouldn't have a title.
That's right.
Ugh,
He would just be Jordan.
yeah. Also, do you think all these cell phone people are just roaming?
Oh.
I'll let that sit there.
That
Anyway.
no, let's dig in on that.
No, let's go deeper on that.
Yeah. Elaborate, please.
Nope. Anyway.
So when you said that the cell phone people were roaming,
Yeah, they're just walking around. But also the second meaning, where your cell phone is roaming, not getting a signal, Really makes you think. Anyway, they get to the driving.
No, Dan, I get it.
yeah, it's a slow burn.
It's a slow burn. Like those bodies out in the field.
Hey,
so
my God, this guy can't miss.
They go to an abandoned drive-in. They break in. They take a nap. They all have bad dreams. Who is the woman in John Cusack's dream?
I didn't notice, but I was assuming it was his estranged wife.
That's what I thought too. But I thought she looked different. I don't know. But whatever. This guy in the red hoodie, with like part of his face missing, is getting a blowjob in the men's room, and he's all phonered out, and then Cusack wakes up. It makes no sense. None of it makes any fucking sense.
No.
I'm not gonna lie, because they lead into this scene by having Stacy Keach talk about how like they're evolving every minute. They're just always getting smarter and more complex. I honestly just thought that one of the phone people was getting their dick sucked in the bathroom.
Sure, right.
It did not occur to me that it could possibly be a dream sequence.
Right. Yeah.
And he kind of turns around and like winks. Right?
Yeah. What's up,
He was
man?
like,
hey,
right,
come
check
back
this
in a
out.
few. All
He
right.
does like the phone and pinky, or the thumb and pinky thing, like up to his face, like
the
call me.
shocker, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I don't know. This whole fucking scene is it's very dumb.
And it also made me think. It was like, okay, so John Cusack had something to do with this whole outbreak, like this whole thing happening, because it was his work involved.
Right. But
Well, yeah, they lead you down that path and then never give you anything.
Yeah.
see, I don't think that's his wife.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
I don't know. It could be. I don't know.
That's a normie blowing a phony.
Yeah.
It happens.
Now Gavin sounds like an incel.
Yeah, so okay, basically what they're trying to set up is that this guy in the red hood is some sort of the leader of this whole thing, right? Like he's somehow the guy. But why? I don't know. It's like you could have. I don't know. Why not make it like Randall Flagg?
So I thought that was going to be where we ended up, and I know we never talk about the books, but I wonder if that is a thing in the book, and I'll never know.
Yeah, do you know who Randall Flagg is?
No, it's lost again.
Okay, Randall Flagg is in. He's the antagonist in a bunch of Stephen King books in the Gunslinger series.
Okay,
right. It's the Man in Black, but it's Randall Flagg. In The Stand, it's Randall Flagg as the bad guy. He's basically Stephen King's devil.
Okay.
So it feels like whenever there's like a mastermind of evil behind something in the King universe, it's a lot of times it is him, and I feel like it should have been him.
Are these movies like?
Do they all take place in the same universe?
Yeah, are they all canon? Like Randall Flagg's been in multiple.
Randall Flagg has been in multiple movies, yeah.
Okay.
And I think we decided on King Me a long time ago that all of these movies take place in the same universe, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, well, do those movies come out and say like this was Randall Flagg's doing, or is it like implied? Because like, could this just be implied that it's him, or?
Well, they usually come out and say like the character of Randall Flagg, like in the Gunslinger that came out recently, or the Dark Tower. Matthew McConaughey plays the Man in Black, but it's Randall Flagg, right? So he's like he's actually present in these stories and stuff. So yeah, he's like he's the guy.
He's the big baddie.
He's the big baddie.
Yeah.
He's no scholarship boy.
I'll tell you what. I was trying to find out. Like I was looking through the cast to see if there's someone credited as like blowjob lady. There's not. However, I did find one of my new favorite character names, which is Laptop Daughter. We all remember the classic Laptop Daughter.
Laptop Daughter. So now our ragtag group they get to a bar where everybody is super cash.
And one lady is very horny.
She's super horny. She's like, her hair is all done, her makeup's done. I gotta say, this scene, I loved it.
Well, when everyone's just drunk and hanging out.
Yeah, they always kind of do that in apocalypse movies, where like the world is it's all bad. Mm-hmm. Like I think of like Dawn of the Dead when they're all in the mall, and there's like a 20-minute sequence where they're just like, we're just going around to the stores, we're skating around in the ice rink, we're just doing some shit, we're just having a good time.
It's a break.
Yeah, it's a break.
Yeah, I get that.
This is like, this movie has not been like super fun at all, even like in a horror way. And then they get to the scene and they're like, we're doing some karaoke and we're just having a good time.
Mm-hmm. It's the first time I saw Samuel L. Jackson drunk. And he's been drinking the whole movie, and up until that point, I was like, "It's the soberest alcoholic I've ever seen."
Well, yeah,
this guy, and like he just let loose.
It didn't click for me right away that they were supposed to be drunk. I was like, "Why is Sam Jackson bad at acting all of a sudden?"
Yeah, no, he's actually very good at acting.
You're right. He learned to act drunk?
Yeah,
that's crazy.
His method.
Yeah,
he's a method guy.
Yes. Speaking of. Actually, no. We can wait to get into it. Never mind.
Okay. So we got they're all hanging out in the bar, right? And they're all drinking and hanging out. They're telling their stories, whatever. They're talking about going to a place called Cashwalk, right? Which is supposed to be a safe haven where there is no cell phone towers. Yes.
Yes.
All right. This movie, it takes like. It's hard to follow.
It is.
It's like, it's very dumb, and maybe it's because I keep just like watching it, or when I was watching it, I just was like zoning out.
That's what it was. Yeah, the whole time I was like forgetting to listen to dialogue.
Man,
like,
maybe the audience of this movie they're all phoners, huh?
Oh my goodness.
Maybe it really makes you think.
This movie, I haven't even looked at my phone since I watched this. It freaked me out.
It freaked you out too much. Too scary.
So bad. Yeah, it's like it's hard to follow, even though there's not a lot going on. It's just the logic is like very muddy.
Right. So they all go to sleep, and that older woman who's all done up and drinking and whatnot, she wakes up and she hears a kerfuffle outside the door, right? So she locks the door, and then she turns around and the door is unlocked again. So she puts her ear up to the door and then goes crazy. Right? Yes?
She got turned.
She got turned.
She got turned and then turned.
Ah, very nice.
Oh my.
Thank you. And that'll be my one joke for the evening.
Yes, so she gets turned, then she gets turned. And when they realize this, suddenly other people in the bar also have gotten... I guess she like did it to them. And what we learn is that they've now figured out how to Bluetooth each other into being zombies. They basically
they just
transmit the signal from their mouths
into
to
their
God's ears.
Right. We skipped over it, but there's also that scene that we were talking about earlier where Cusack is explaining why he left his family, whatever, and the girl Alice is saying like how she liked Cusack. Right?
She just thinks he's a good guy, I think, but there's a little like...
Yeah, it seemed like she was kind of into him, and like how...
Could you imagine?
Yeah, like this, right. Yeah.
Could you imagine?
She wouldn't do that in a
just
movie.
this chewed up Alan Rickman looking version of John Cusack.
You're right. Like 55-year-old John Cusack and this 18-year-old girl, and she's like, "No, I like you. I think you're really nice."
Oh, God.
Bullshit. Anyway, so they get attacked.
Yeah, the whole time I was like, "Don't."
Yeah. Oh no.
Don't.
Oh, don't do that. So they get attacked or whatever. They end up shooting, killing most of them. And then Alice gets cracked in the back of the head with a baseball bat.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, she's not gonna make it. So they bring her outside and they just kind of like stay with her until she dies. This is, I think, like they do this in movies where they hit people with baseball bats and the people are like mostly fine.
Yeah.
You know, and you're like that. It doesn't seem real.
No, this was
yeah. I did think she was either going to be dead or pop up.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, they took a like a gray area approach.
Yeah, but
which was kind of
right. It was good. Like
her eyes all fucked up. That was a nice detail.
That one weird eye.
No, this is during much like Picasso had his blue period. This is Stephen King's period of uncompromisingly brutal deaths of teenage girls in films. The Mist.
Oh, this is true.
That's why I got confused. Easy mistake. Anyone could have made it.
So they're walking through the woods, and then they find just some crazy people, right?
Just like a guy who's insane, and they're just like, "Wow, we better keep this guy's company."
Yeah, they
two terrible Massachusetts accents.
Oh my God,
the worst Boston accents I've heard.
They it's a man and a woman, and her brother who's a phoner, and they're talking about they have to find the red hooded guy and put him deep down in the ground. He makes a real point of that. Like that whole scene where he's just like he keeps hitting the ground and like, no, we got to put him right there. And like Samuel L. Jackson's just like eating his beans or whatever, and it's just like, no, go on, okay, I'm with you.
A lot of sense.
Yeah.
Where do we have to put him? Yeah.
Then some fucking dumb shit with the brother who's like he's a phoner and they have a hood over his head and he starts sounding like Cusack's son. And it's like, and then they pull the fucking hood off and then whatever, it shoots him. Mm-hmm. Doesn't matter.
The phoner can do John Cusack's son's voice for some reason. And John Cusack falls for it.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's dumb.
Yeah.
It's so dumb. Like, granted, this guy's going insane in the woods. He says he hasn't slept for days. And I believe him. But, and like, things are not great for them, but at least they had like a system. Mm-hmm. And John Cusack's there for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And completely ruins it.
Right.
Like, why do they want to keep his company?
No, yeah. Well, the mustachioed guy here, he seems to think that John Cusack can somehow end this, right?
Which is a bold assumption and like somewhat accurate because he's the artist behind the devil guy, but he didn't know that.
Yeah, and we still don't really know what that means for anything.
Yeah.
Right? Like, okay, so John Cusack drew this like red hooded devil guy, right? And now all the cell phone stuff has happened, which is, to my knowledge, not what his graphic novel is about, right?
Yeah.
So it's just the guy who's like the devil. And John Cusack is in charge of killing the devil, but we're not exactly so because he's the artist. But what the? But like, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah,
like how does this mustachio guy know that John Cusack is the guy?
Mm-hmm.
You know, when he's at, when I love it, they pull over on the side of the road in their ice cream truck, and the guy gets out and he's like, "Follow me, come on." He gives him like the head nudge, like, "Come on, this way." And then Cusack looks back at Sam Jackson and he's just like, he just shrugs. He's like, "I don't know what this guy wants."
With a gun in his hand.
Yeah. And then the guy's like, "I've got explosives wrapped around my neck. I can't take it anymore. These the cell phones or whatever, they're in my head." And he's like, "Maybe you just need to sleep." He's like, "No."
Yeah. That can't be it.
Yeah. He's like, "Here, take
days. Yeah, it can't be it.
Take this cell phone. I hope you know when to use it or whatever. Right? Call this number and yeah, whatever.
Call this number when it's like the end of the world or something. I think he says.
Right. End of the line or some shit.
Yeah.
So they get to Cusack's wife's house, his old house. Right. There's a message on the refrigerator.
fridge.
Oh my god,
magnets.
this was so funny.
And it said like, "Hi, Dad. I hope you're alive. We went to Cashwalk. Hope you make it there. Blah, 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 blah."
Mom's a
Love
cell
you.
phone.
Yeah, Mom's a cell phone now.
They got mom.
No, Cusack goes up into the attic.
But
It is
he
funny
signs it with his full name. The
Yeah.
kid, like first, middle, last.
And I read it like Rob just like articulated it like, hey, it's like in like colorful like fridge magnets.
Hey, Dad.
Love you.
Cusack goes up into the attic and opens up this closet door, and oh no, a person in a red hood is attacking him. Who is it? And it turns out it's his ex-wife or wife, whatever. And he kills her something good.
Well, first you think it's the red hooded man, don't
Right.
you?
It's a little misdirection, yeah.
Not really.
No, it's dumb.
It sucked.
It's dumb. It sucks.
Well, I was watching it at my buddy, with my buddy,
Yeah.
and like at the end, I don't know, Red Hood Man
Yeah.
is there, and he was like, "Oh, I thought he died."
Yeah,
like, I thought that's where
I
it was
thought he
like,
killed him good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Cusack kills his wife, and he's like, "Oh, I'm sad now. I should have been a better guy when I had the chance." All that shit, right? Then he gets in the truck, the ice cream truck, and he's like, "I'm going to Cashwalk. I know that it's not safe or whatever." And Sam Jackson's like, "It's suicide or whatever." He's like, I got it. I've got it." And they look in the ice cream truck, and everywhere, like the coolers where you keep the ice cream, it's all filled with C4. That's very fun, isn't it?
I thought so.
So
I like how
yeah.
like Sam Jackson's character knew all about it too. He's like, "There's no plastic in there." He knew like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Well,
jargon,
you
like,
may
behind
remember they
C4.
establish when he's expertly handling a gun that he completed basic training.
Right.
Okay.
This
Oh,
movie,
my
hey,
word.
this movie does the work.
I think that when
It rewards careful viewing.
when Samuel L. Jackson it has to give like exposition, I think he does a decent job at it. Like
in general or in this movie?
No, in general. I think like when you give him like, all right, you have to explain that the C4 is enough to level a whole block. He's like, okay, I'll make it sound believable,
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, because he's a goddamn pro.
yeah, he's a fucking pro. So Cusack goes up to Cashwalk, and there's a cell phone tower, and there are hundreds of phoners that are just running around in a circle.
Oh, before he does that, though, I do just want to mention that like there's a weird wistful goodbye between all of our three remaining guys.
Yeah.
And like
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
I don't know. There's the weird exchange between John Cusack and Sam Jackson, but also the prep school, the scholarship boy.
Yeah.
He also has become. He's very attached to everyone who dies for no reason.
Yeah,
Because
he
when
really
the-
is.
When the girl dies, they treat him like it's the worst thing that's ever happened to him.
Right.
And then when Cusack leaves, he's like, "Don't go, man."
Don't go, new papa.
And Cusack used some like weird like mythological like.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't know,
he
what
talked.
was- yeah, how did that go?
He talked about Orpheus, which is a
Oh,
story-
I thought he said Warface.
Show me your war face.
I was like, is the red hooded man Warface?
No, he said Orpheus, a story about a guy who goes to hell and brings
Yeah.
back a loved one. Right?
And then the kid goes,
You're-
"You're not Orpheus," and
Yeah.
he goes, "Meh," and walks away.
All right, it's good. It's a solid point. All right.
He's like, "Shut up."
And then the girl that was one of the people from Boston or whatever, who's not Maggie Gyllenhaal, right? We could all agree on that.
I'm not so sure.
Yeah, it might be Maggie. As he's driving away, she's just like, "Sorry, you killed your wife."
Fucking sucks, dude.
Yo, bro, that fucking sucks.
What's your in what's your in point to a Boston accent? How do you get there?
Oh, yo, bro.
That's your Boston accent?
No, my boss.
It's dude, right? It's like, dude.
Dude.
Oh, come on, dude. I can't.
I'm trying to
It's
do
like
a.
Kyle
Yeah,
Mooney.
what's your into a Boston accent?
You fucking.
You
Is it just
Irish?
fucking?
Yeah. Yeah, just fucking.
Fucking. All right. Well, this has been fun.
This has been Boston.
I can't wait to edit this episode.
So, all right. So he's at the cell phone tower. He gets into the middle of this ring of phonies. The red hooded man is standing there.
Wow,
and
Ring of Phonies. Did this last scene take place at my high school?
Oh,
I'm sorry, but you should have seen some of these kids.
look at Holden Caulfield over here.
Here's my Holden Caulfield impression.
Okay.
Damn.
It's pretty good.
Thanks.
So Cusack shoots the red hooded man like 8 times.
So
Yeah.
many
Kills
times.
him. There's no like final showdown or anything. That's just the end of it. And then Cusack goes into this like herd of people trying to look for his son. Can't find him. Then he's like, all right, I'm just gonna blow everything up. And then the boy comes out and he's a phony. And then the red hooded guy is still alive. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna blow it up now. And then he blows up the ice cream truck, killing everybody. Right. Cut to like a dreamy scene of Cusack and his son like walking through the woods. More woods stuff.
He goes, I can't wait you to meet my best friend, Sam Jackson.
Yeah.
This guy I just met during the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Love him.
Yeah, they're like walking down train tracks. He's like, I'm very excited
Yeah.
to.
And he's like, you go ahead.
Oh yeah, he's like, will they be my friend too, Dad? And he says, what's he say?
What's he saying?
Yeah,
He's like,
I don't fucking. Yeah, sure.
yeah.
He does that signature shrug.
Yeah. And then it cuts back to the circle of phoners. And now John Cusack is a phoner and the red hooded guy is still alive and nothing has changed and the world is just over.
Oh, by the way, this movie is also Brazil.
Oh, it's all over. Am I getting that right?
Yes.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. It seemed like they shot 3 different endings.
And used all of them.
And used all of them, put a filter on one of them,
Yeah.
and like called it a day.
It's funny. I can't believe
Sucks.
that. Oh, sorry. What were you gonna say?
No, I just said this sucks. Go ahead.
Well, speak on that. No, I was just gonna say, like, this whole movie has filters on it. Like, it's not just that end scene. The whole thing looks like 2012 or something.
Yeah.
It's all grayed out.
Yeah,
Yeah, it sucked. This movie does suck.
it's so bad.
It sucks.
Confirmed. It's bad.
This I don't think we watched one this bad in a while. The
That
ending,
can't be true.
yeah, maybe. I don't know.
The only movie that I've like watched along with with you guys that I
Yeah.
haven't seen beforehand was a Banana Brothers production,
Oh.
and it was
The Mangler
so
2.
fun. Yeah, it was the Mangler 2. I was like, all right, I'm gonna get on this one like beforehand.
Oh man, what are the Banana Brothers up to now?
Get that. Where? Do you think we could get them for an interview?
Yeah, I think we can.
You don't think they're
Where do
too
they
damn
live?
busy?
No, I don't think they're too busy. Okay, wait. On the in the dreamy sequence when Cusack is walking with his kid, they pass a tree and it's spray painted TJD. What
Yes.
is that?
Oh, that's
So,
what he told the
yeah.
kid to. Oh, sorry. Please.
I mean, we'll both just tell the same story.
Yeah.
Let's
It's
do it at
when-
the same
yeah.
time. 1, 2,
2,
3.
So
When they're
John
splitting
Cusack
up,
was
John
leaving,
Cusack tells
his
the
his
kid,
marital
the
home,
scholarship
and
kid,
he
that
wants a scholarship
he
boy,
needs to
and
spray paint
gave him a
their
paint, like a
initials
can of
on a
yellow spray
tree
paint.
on
Oh.
the left-hand side of the road.
Okay.
Because that's where he'll be looking. Why'd you stop?
And it's the left-hand side of the room because that's where he'll be looking.
Hey, that was perfect.
And it showed up in the dream sequence. Dan, why'd you stop?
Hey, who's leading here?
3, 2, 1, go, Dan.
1, 2, 3. What?
What?
What were you counting down to? What was I counting up to?
3, 2,
2,
1.
1.
Go, Dan.
I love the shot of John Cusack as a phoner walking through the herd and just like his head just like bobbling.
He refused, like, it seemed like he was like, I refuse to just open my mouth all the way.
Yeah.
He also, did you think it was very funny that all of the phoners take little tiny steps
Yeah,
when they're
it's
walking
dumb.
in a circle?
It's dumb.
Well, I think they were just in a crowd of so many people and they didn't choreograph it correctly.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to
that's
step
for
on
sure
anybody's
it.
heels.
So, okay, why did this happen? What is the red hooded person? Like, what does John Cusack drawing the red hooded person have to do with anything? What?
So-
like,
There's no villain.
yeah.
The whole movie.
Do you think he was just like, he was a phoner from the get-go?
Who?
And this whole thing was a fucking stupid dream sequence?
No, you know,
No.
no. I think that when he got out of the truck, the ice cream truck, and like approached the red hooded guy, that maybe when he became a phoner, and like the last whatever when he shoots the guy, and then he goes into the herd, and then he sees his son. I think that's all dream sequence nonsense.
It's not, yeah, because there was no. It would make more sense if there was a spot where you're like, oh, he could have been turned there.
Right.
Like, oh, they could have got him right there, but that didn't happen until after he killed Big Bad Guy.
Right. There's
Yeah.
no like Breaking Bad point where he's like, oh, he fell asleep in the car in the woods. He's probably dead there. And the last episode didn't happen. You're like, that's dumb.
Spoilers for Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
Go
Spoilers.
easy. Yeah.
That's-
Yeah. Look. Maybe we're really ragging on this movie. This seems like a great point to introduce our first segment. Oh, that hurts my parts.
Oh, that hurts my parts!
Now, Gavin, if you're not familiar, I know you are.
Please,
But this is
continue. I'm learning.
well, I was just gonna say we're gonna go around and we're gonna talk about which part of the movie hurt our parts most of all.
Your least favorite part.
All right.
What was it?
I don't know if I
Right?
You
It's
know what?
kind of
No, you know
a
what?
wash.
There's a lot of really bad things, but I'm just gonna do DJ Liquid dying.
Yeah,
I
that was
really
gonna be
did.
mine.
I really did want him to stick around for a while. He was cool.
Do we all agree that DJ Liquid's death is the worst part of the movie?
Yeah, it is the worst part of the movie. I'm so upset that like he gets an axe in the chest or whatever, and he like I'm upset that his last words aren't just deuces.
He was like, dope.
It would have been cooler. It would have been great if those were his dying words after he had taken an axe to the chest,
right.
coughing up blood to say deuces. Oh wow! Okay, this is maybe our shortest one of these. What's this segment called? Oh, that hurts my parts.
Yeah,
our shortest
was
one
there-
of those.
Was there anything else that hurt your parts, Dan?
No, everything else was perfect to me.
Yeah.
I liked all of it.
What else, you know? What else hurt my parts? The John Cusack in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a bummer to watch now.
That was rough.
Like, I don't know, the movies from like the 80s and like even the 90s, like Grosse Pointe Blank and stuff, they're like really fun and he's good in it and shit. And oh man, to see him now is just,
Dude,
it's rough.
he looks like an ex-goth kid. You
Yeah.
know, where like some of the makeup stayed on. I don't
Yeah,
know.
he's got
Yeah.
real present day Glenn Danzig vibes.
Oh, present day dancing. The
mean
worst.
stride.
All right. Should we move on to our next segment?
There's no
Yeah.
other Dan, no other hurt parts.
No,
Great. Let's move on.
no, I miss DJ Liquid every day.
Every day.
Every day since today.
This
Yes.
is Shining Moments.
Shining moments. It's in a lot of ways, it's the opposite of Oh That Hurts My Parts.
Yeah.
I'm hard pressed to think of even one thing I liked about this.
All right. I have like a definitive one, but Gav, you go first.
Okay. I'm gonna try to not steal it again.
Okay.
It was the baseball bat
Uh-huh.
death. I thought was pretty cool.
Alice
Yeah.
getting hit in the head with
Yeah.
a baseball bat.
Alice's death, like like I said earlier, I was
Mhm.
like expecting her to either pop up, be okay, or just dead right
Yeah.
away. Yeah, and I liked how it's like a little drawn out, a
Right.
little touchy.
They
you
took
know, you
a
see
minute
her-
with it.
Yeah, yeah. You
Yeah,
so, like,
it's far and away the most affecting part of the movie.
yeah, it's my shining moment.
My shining moment is it's kind of early on in the movie. It's after they shoot that kid on the swing and they're getting chased through the woods. One of the phoners runs directly into a tree.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude.
I do feel like that would have been better if they hadn't shown it in slow motion.
Yeah, it would have been better if they. Yeah,
That's so
but
funny.
I love it. I mean,
Came
it's
out of
just
nowhere.
It's some Looney Tune shit, and I like it.
Right after he runs into the tree, he holds up a sign that says "Ouch." For me, it's got to be that big fat chef who gets turned early on in the airport.
Oh,
who's
yeah.
running around with a big knife.
He is running around with a big knife, and he's saying "Sacre bleu."
Yes, he is. Yeah,
And he's
and
also. Oh, go ahead.
Oh,
man.
I was just gonna say he's got a knife in one hand, and then he's got a lobster that's just snapping its claws at people in the other.
He like also that whole time I was like, he's killing people. Other people are killing themselves. Like,
Yeah.
it's complete.
It doesn't make any goddamn sense. Yeah,
It's
because like
anarchy.
most people are killing other people, but there's that one girl who runs into the wall and then smiles at John Cusack.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. There's no fucking consistency in any of
No,
this shit.
absolutely
It
not.
sucks. Real quick too. I want to in that early airport scene or whatever. There was a cameo from Lloyd Kaufman. So like after the girl is killed, the first one, there's an old man that runs up and he says something and he's wearing like a Hawaiian shirt and then he runs away. That's Lloyd Kaufman, who is he's the guy who founded Troma Films. So like Toxic Avenger, Sergeant Kabuki Man, Toxic Avenger 2, all of these films.
Wow.
How did he die?
He just ran away.
Oh, dude! If you're gonna be a cameo,
Probably
you
still
should-
alive.
You should get killed in the movie,
Yeah.
right? Like,
I also liked I'm Jordan, I'm a scholarship boy.
Sure, yeah. His whole deal is very funny to me.
His whole deal is I'm a good boy and I'm very sensitive.
And
Uh,
I love everyone I see.
Yeah.
I was an orphan until they brought me to this school. What was Stacy Keach's line that really sort of summarizes the whole like right wing boomer retrograde of this movie, where he's like, he's basically just like, you can't stop progress, but you can sure as hell try.
Oh yeah, but you're never too old to try.
Oh, yeah.
Which
I guess that's kind of clever when you put it that way.
Yeah, I mean that's some boomer shit, you know.
Yeah.
So okay. Should we move on to
King tropes?
King tropes?
Yeah.
King tropes.
King tropes. If you said it before, you just say so. We'll add it to our running list of king tropes. Why are all the children always evil? Why so many one-liners for people? King wanted to. Why are all the children always evil? King wanted to. Why so many one-liners for people? King wanted to. Why's there always gonna be a greaser? King wanted to. You just need to trust this, guys.
Go to plotline device.
I drive a great distance just to die.
Do the fart.
To die.
Ian, do the fart.
Go to the fart.
I forgot the
That's
fart.
okay. King tropes. I got a lot of them.
Oh, hit me.
All right. 1. Traveling a great distance just to die.
I mean, that's like everybody in the movie.
2. Traveling...
Except for DJ Liquid, who
Yeah.
didn't make it very far.
Very short distance. And yeah, he died.
Rip DJ Liquid.
Poor guy.
2 is traveling a great distance just to find your wife be dead. That happened in the mist.
That's a mist. Axe to the chest.
Axe to the chest. I got that.
Yep.
Little kids who know John Cusack's character walking along train tracks. That one, I'll admit, is a stretch. Writer protagonist.
Yep.
This one, this is a half trope. This is a graphic novelist protagonist.
Yeah, I mean, are graphic novels even literature?
No.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Solid no.
Eat shit, Ellen Moore. So we got a novelist protagonist, and then the protagonist's fictional character come to life. We got that in the dark half.
And what's that from? The
dark half. And then there's also that one with the painting, the road virus.
What? Whose castanets are those?
Oh, once again, that is my dog Bert.
It's big dumb
Yeah,
ears.
it's big dumb ears. Little dumb tail.
Stupid. Stupid dumb tail.
I gotta get rid of this
Big
guy.
dumb ears.
If we get enough here, how about this? If we get when we hit 50 Patreon subscribers, I'll have Bert put down.
So guys, a little incentive, all right?
Protect Frank.
What if
save Frank, kill Bert.
Yeah.
Save a Frank,
what if that,
kill a Berto.
What if that was the thing that got us 50 Patreon subscribers?
Just a bunch of fucking absolute monsters.
Yeah.
we're over here I wonder what our demographic is, and now we know it's people who want to kill dogs.
Yeah.
A bunch of cereal.
I also got fridge magnet message. We had that in the Pierce Brosnan joint.
Bag of bones. Yeah.
Uncompromising brutal death.
I've heard of cellular phones, but
bag
of bones.
Oh yeah.
Surely that happened.
I'm sure that.
right?
I'm sure somebody said that on the Bag of Bones episode.
Did we do I've heard of Osmosis Jones, but Bag of Bones?
Oh, I like that.
Thanks.
This sucks, dude. That whole episode, I was making them along with you.
Yeah.
And I'm drawing serious blanks.
You can't.
Twilight Zones.
Yeah. Home Alones.
Buttered scones.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I got,
these all rhyme.
Disease, Crohn's.
That's good.
Anyway,
that's very
also got uncompromising brutal death of a teen. 2 makes a trope.
What is the other one?
Of course, the Mist.
The Mist. We talked
Yeah,
about it
yeah.
already. Never mind.
And then I think this is my last one here. Fiction, or no, I already said that. Sorry. Cobbled together family of survivors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a slight change because it's
a
not,
variation.
Yeah, it's not John Cusack who is daddy. It is Sam Jackson.
I think we could all agree that of the two of them, Sam Jackson is daddy.
Yeah, Sam Jackson is zaddy.
John Cusack is more like gross ant.
Yeah, he's drunk ant. Gavin, do you have a trope?
Yeah, I do. I think they were both spoken about, and then I have one that's kind of a question for you guys.
Yeah.
Next stage in human evolution has definitely kind of been brought up, right? Like lawnmower man, or like some way.
I feel that phrase is. It's one of the hackiest things that any horror movie could do, and it's definitely been brought up in Stephen King. Yeah, where they're like, "Oh, they're the next stage in human evolution."
Yeah,
like,
fucking Firestarter.
Right, Firestarter. Yes. Mm-hmm. Fuck off.
I also have 2% of brains was brought up as like been done, and then this one's like a question for you guys. Mm-hmm. So when the truck exploded and killed the headmaster, the axle was in his chest.
Yes.
Right? Like he got pierced.
Yes.
Did that happen in Maximum Overdrive?
I don't know, but is that like a
part, like puncturing?
Death by exploding car part.
Yeah.
Well, there is in Christine, someone gets a car part through the chest.
Who
at the end?
Oh, what's it? Arnie or whatever?
Arnie does. Yeah. That's how he dies.
Okay.
So that is technically a trope.
2 makes a trope.
It's also. Is that a visual pun on axe in the chest? Axle in the chest?
What?
I'm just raising the question.
All right.
So, we have 1 to 2 more segments. I think we should leave it up to Gavin if he wants to do the penultimate segment.
Yeah. There were no townies in this, right? Those drunks at the bar don't really count, right?
Well, I feel like the 2 people in the woods had like major townie vibes.
They did have townie vibes, but I feel like to be a townie, you gotta be in the town. You can't just be.
Dude, everyone in New England is a townie.
Right. You can't just. Yeah. and if you have that accent, you're just a townie.
Well, I think that there was like a townie type too, which was in that bar, the horny old lady
The
that
horny
keeps
old lady.
her like looks up.
Yeah.
You know, like
even during
that's-
the apocalypse, her
that's
hair is done.
Totally,
Yeah.
that's a townie.
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah, just constantly trolling for dick at the local pub
Yeah.
does make you a town.
And I mean,
like
what,
well
like-
into your
And she was
50s.
all about Sam Jackson too.
I don't blame her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she thought she was into John Cusack until she saw Sam Jackson, further confirming that of the two of them, he is Zaddy.
Right, that he is Zaddy. Right. Yeah, not Maggie Gyllenhaal made the right choice by sticking with Sam Jackson.
Amen.
All right. So, Gab, do you want to do our penultimate segment?
Yes, please.
All right.
Give it to me. Slimer was in this
This
movie.
is where.
All right.
Oh God.
All right.
This-
He was there during the outbreak. He was falling out of everybody's mouths.
Oh, yeah. Everybody did get a little slimy there, didn't they?
They did.
And you know what? The red hooded guy, he seemed pretty slimy.
he did.
Right?
And you know who else was probably slimy after a few minutes?
I know. You're a filth. You're a filth brain. But go ahead. You say it.
That woman who was sucking the red hooded man's knob.
That's right.
And I
From-
think the blonde townie might have been a little slimy
She's probably
on
slimy
that bar
too.
stool.
Oh yeah.
But
All right.
Oh yeah.
And this
was where was Slimer. That may have been the most Slimers in one movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ever.
and you guys wanted to skip the penultimate section.
I didn't want to skip it. I want to leave it up to you. But unfortunately, that does bring us to our most procedural final segment.
All right. Let's get serious now.
They just cheated us! This isn't fair!
This is IMDb, where we compare our opinion of the movie against the average user score on IMDb.com, you idiot. 23,127 cell phones. Sorry, phoners. Logged on to IMDb.com and gave their opinion of this movie, awarding it an average weighted user score of 4.3 out of 10 stars. Does this feel fair to you guys?
Feels high.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I would give it a 3. This sucks.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just like at every turn it's missed opportunity after missed opportunity, and that ending is fucking terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just the lack of a villain is going to put it down to 4 stars for me, and then they just kept doing other bad things.
Yeah, they don't. There's no clear villain. It's like, okay, let's stay off the cell phones, but we can text. It's a total gray area, and we don't really know why this is happening. Which that could have been okay, but then don't give us like the red herring of the red hooded man. You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah, it's like it's just a bunch of clues that lead to nothing.
Right.
But there's no. They do nothing. Like the characters all act like they're putting it together. If they were just kind of like, we have all these loose ends and no way to tie them all together.
right.
Like that would have been fine. But yeah, no. It's a nothing movie.
It's boring. How like
It is boring.
It's, I mean, you know, this is basically a zombie movie, and even in 2016, I feel like zombies have been, you know, it's just like a worn out genre. So to make it interesting would be difficult, and they just couldn't do it. So it sucks.
No,
three
simply not.
stars. Would not
Yeah,
recommend.
3 tops. I would not watch this if it were on TV. I would not
No.
go to my local Redbox and rent it.
Yep.
2 for me. I give it
2 stars.
2 stars. This thing sucks.
All right. Well, take it easy, Tam. All right, it's not that
No, it sucks.
I just liked looking at Sam Jackson sometimes.
Yeah.
1 star.
1 star.
Yeah.
No, your stars are going down. All right.
Yeah. Wow. Oh my God. Rob loved this movie, Kevin.
No, guys, I didn't love the
No,
movie.
no,
He totally
Dan,
fucking loves
it's
it. Look at him.
It's his favorite movie.
No, it's not my
Look at
favorite
him.
movie,
Look
guys.
at him.
No.
Check his Amazon order history. You'll see he just ordered a red hoodie and some slime.
No, I didn't.
Yes, he did.
Guys, if you
And a cell phone.
no,
Yes,
no.
he did.
Admit it,
so-
Rob. You do have a cell phone.
No, well, all right. I have a cell phone, And if you go to my Letterboxd account, maybe you'll see a review of this movie. So, anyway,
Do you review all of the movies on Letterboxd?
no, I don't.
No. Should we do that?
We should.
I think,
we should.
I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, we actually should probably have a King Me Letterboxd account.
Yeah, we should do a lot of things.
All right. Which brings us to it's not
The end of the show.
Yeah, it's the end of the show, but it's our chance for our guest to do their plugs.
Yeah.
Plug it up,
it up.
Gav.
All right. Yeah, I think as mentioned before, I've contributed to an album that's coming out in a couple weeks. I wish I knew a date.
No date
Yes.
on the album yet.
No, actually, no. It's coming out on the 10th of January.
So by the time
2020.
Your wish came true.
What's that?
Gavin's wish came true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just had to use a little brain power.
By the time this episode
You
drops,
were using you used 3% of your brain.
the album is going to be out.
Yeah.
Will it be available for streaming on iTunes and what's the other?
iTunes, Spotify. Yeah, like
Bandcamp.
wherever streaming services.
All right.
All that.
Can you purchase the album also?
Yeah, I'm sure you could get it on iTunes.
All right.
It's Grin and Bear, and the album name
Is
I don't know.
All
Oh my
right.
God, it's Brian's thing. Give me a second. Give me
right.
a second, guys.
Oh boy.
I know.
Den, do you have anything you got going on to plug?
I think the only thing I got going on is that I, along with a friend of the show, Melissa Jobin, will be appearing as our comedy duo Warm Things.
I've heard of them. Okay.
Yes. Very annoying.
Very
annoying.
unbearable. Go on.
Totally unbearable. They love cigarettes.
Yep.
We will be appearing as a part of the live episode of the Call on the Shots podcast hosted by a friend of the show, Taylor Moore.
Hey.
Every year they do a Super Bowl special.
Taylor Allen, you mean?
Where I say Moore?
Yeah.
Who's that?
I don't know.
Probably someone I know. Well,
right.
I'm gonna take that clean.
Okay. Do it again, and this time don't fuck it up. All right.
Here's what I have to plug. Yes, on Super Bowl Sunday. Oh fuck! Am I not allowed to say Super Bowl Sunday?
No, you have to say the big game. Do it again.
Okay. On the day of the big game.
Okay.
Warm Things, which is myself along with friend of the show, Melissa Jobin, will be participating in a live recording of the Call on the Shots podcast, which is co-hosted by friend of the show, Taylor Allen. They do that live at the House of Independence in Asbury Park.
That's fun.
And there will be such exciting guests as I can't remember anyone besides Kurt
Braunohler. That's the only one I know.
Yeah, it's a shame because a ton of our friends are doing it.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think,
it's going to be a bunch of New Jersey comedians and Kurt Braunohler.
Also a New Jersey comedian.
Also a Jersey boy.
Yeah.
Hey, we should do Jersey boys.
Patreon.
Yeah, Boys on Boys.
Are we finally doing Boys on Boys?
Yeah. Our first podcast.
Yeah, our first podcast where the whole premise was that two boys talked about movies with the word boy in the name of it.
That was the first idea?
Yeah. The first movie was Jersey Boys because our moms made us watch it on Thanksgiving.
Yes, and at the time we were both adults.
Still adults. All right.
It's funny because we've also tried. I think we've tried to record an episode of a show about Jersey Boys more than once, and every time we get too mad and we're like, "This isn't fun."
You're right. This sucks.
Yeah, this fucking sucks.
Let's bounce. Movie sucks. It's not fun, and it's not fun to talk about.
Let's go talk about Cell.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to plug except for our Patreon, guys.
Guys, get on the Patreon.
Check out the Patreon.
Check it out. What aren't you getting about this?
Yeah, you'll love it. You like this? It's more of the same. All right?
That's not true. We had a very
it's the exact same thing.
Except no jokes.
Yeah, less jokes. When we talk Irishman, there are very few jokes. We get serious.
We
He's
get
so good.
Yeah.
But we make room for fun.
We have fun. We say the Irishman quite a bit.
Which is, I can't stress this enough, not our joke. That is a Tom Sharpling joke.
It is a Tom Sharpling joke.
And honestly, I'm going to take a second to plug the best show.
What's the best show?
It's Tom Sharpling show.
Tom Sharpling.
No, what's it called?
The best show.
Oh, God. Stephen King.
Oh, Dan, I fell for it. Dan, I fell right
You can't just call Stephen King and end the show.
I can't.
No, all right. Well, let's end the show. Gavin, thank you for coming on.
Thank you, guys.
And watching this bad movie with us.
Oh, dude. Yeah, the pleasure is all mine.
Agreed.
Right.
Just kidding.
Oh.
That was like a little roast.
you're oh,
What?
How did the roast go?
It was
Well, we'll talk about it off air.
It was fun. I ate shit.
Yeah.
I was underprepared. I was reading my jokes off of a phone.
Oh, was anybody prepared?
You know who absolutely rocked the house?
Who's that?
Take one guess. Friend of the show, Mark Henley.
Oh my God, that guy. He's
the
he's,
fucking big dog.
Yeah, he's the big. That's why he's the big dog.
He did. I'm not like crazy about general. I
think they're too mean.
They're stressful. Yeah, but he did one of my favorite things, which was to say that because there were like a bunch of people on stage.
Yeah.
And rather than go one by one, he just said, "You're all gay and all of your moms are fat." And he said about this was the roast of Rich Dweck, who's a local comic here in Jersey.
Yeah.
He said, and Dweck, as the guest of honor, you are the gayest and your mom is the fattest.
That's top notch roasting. I mean,
yeah, that's all you have to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's good at that.
So,
yeah, good job.
Rob.
All right. Oh boy.
What
This is the part of the show where I sweat the most. Go on.
Week?
Oh boy. All right. Well, it's
What?
okay.
Don't say that.
This is a weird one, guys. Because it's 2017 was the release of this movie, but it's kind of an old movie.
Oh fuck.
We're gonna be watching The Lawnmower Man director's
Hell yeah.
cut.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to do the show for once.
Yeah, so I think there's more of that control the monkey that goes on a cyber rampage.
The monkey and the gyroscope.
Yeah,
right?
the monkey and the gyroscope.
Dr. Larry Angelo?
Leo
right?
Angelo or
Yeah.
something. Larry Angelo. Yeah. I mean it's gonna be great, guys. More Lawnmower Man. Make a third Lawnmower Man already. Jesus.
Honestly, we're due for like just a hard reboot of the Lawnmower Man.
That's honestly the reality we're living in, is that like all of the classic kind of like King movies that people remember are just being redone. Like It, and now like Pet Sematary came out.
It's more plausible now than ever.
I heard the Dark Half. They're gonna make a reboot of the Dark Half with I forget who the actor is, but yeah, they're just gonna they're redoing it all.
That's not going to be good. It's going to have the veneer of good, but it's going to be bad.
None of these movies are gonna be good, Dan.
Stop. I want something to be good again.
Dan, I haven't seen a good movie in 20 years. What are you talking about?
Dude, I cannot stress this enough. I'm deeply excited to do a longer version of The Lawnmower Man.
Yeah, I know. It's a very fun, dumb movie to talk about.
Yeah, I watched along once. I think it's
The Lawnmower Man?
Yeah, I'm gonna start. No, I've never seen The Lawnmower Man. I've watched along with the show. But
Yeah.
send me that one
got it,
via
yeah.
Dropbox.
Yeah.
I'm all about it.
That one, yeah. I'll hook you up with that one.
before I hear
It's
it.
good. Yeah,
It's indescribable. You gotta watch, but you also gotta watch Lawnmower Man too.
yeah, you got to see how it ends. The saga.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
All
All right,
guys. So until next week, I am Rob, Avon.
And I am Dan
I am Gavin
Gagliardi.
Fisher.
Stephen
Stephen
King.
King.